Well, welcome back to the bench. And if you watched the last video, hopefully that little teaser got you here. Because we are going to turn a non-collared ferrule, just like this one, into a collared ferrule, just like this one, using tools that you have at home right now. About 10 minutes of work, but in the end, you will be able to install safely a graphite shaft on any club that you want, because graphite has to have a collared ferrule, like we talked about. Don't rely on epoxy. Don't listen to what you hear on the threads, because it's not your club head that's going to go flying off into the range or on the course, and it's not going to be your shaft that's going to crack and fail. You're going to be safe, and you will be able to use any ferrule that you want and turn something like this into something like this.
Be the right club today. Yes!
Okay, so normally I would do this on my drill press, but some of you may not have a drill press, okay? So what we're gonna do is we are gonna do this. We're gonna jerry rig this a little bit and see if we can turn down the edge of this ferrule just a little. You know, we don't have to go much here. You can see, you just gotta go in a little bit. And in terms of wear, we're just coming to the, you know, maybe 1/8 of an inch inside of the tip. Now, I'm not saying this is going to work, but maybe it will. With a drill press or a lathe, obviously, if you have all that stuff, it would be so much easier. But we're going to try to do this with something that you guys would have at home. And everyone has a drill. You just have to find some kind of shank to fit that ferrule on there without it turning on itself. It's got to hold in there pretty good. We stuck the drill into a vise, and we have clamped it in. We put a little hose clamp on the trigger here, so we can just turn that clamp and it'll keep the trigger down, keep it running. And one thing you want to do if you're going to try this, is it's got to be level. Right, so this shank has to be level, so we'll use our bubble level here to get this as level as we can. And I'm just looking at this way. I'm not worried so much about left and right because it's on something cylindrical. So as long as my axis this way is good, we should be pretty level. Never said this was a smart idea. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start this thing up, give it a couple cranks. Okay, I've got a chisel here. You could, I suppose, use sandpaper. And we're gonna try I'm going to try one other method. That seemed to work good. So I've got a file. I think this may be a little easier because we can control our point. The only problem is we can't really see how deep we're going. Alright, let's just pause it there. Let's see. how we're looking. I mean, listen. Is it perfect? No. Does it need a little cleanup? Sure. But let's see if we've got it small enough. No, we don't. We've got to at least come down probably half that. So we've gone about halfway. Now I've been going very gentle here. As you can see, I'm not trying to press my luck. So we're gonna turn this up, crank up the speed. See what we can do. We are pretty close. The best thing that I've found so far is this file with the square edge. Because you can kind of, once you've established the line, you can hold it right there and just use a sawing motion. And that will just make sure that you're using the entire surface of the file without getting it gummed up. And once you got it, you just get a sandpaper and that'll clean it up. And you can kind of do a little bit of a test fit here. We're so close here. I don't want to push it. Okay. All right. I think we're there. Okay. That took a minute. It took about 8 minutes or so to get this all cleaned up, and we are there. There's our ferrule turned into a collar. It's amazing. Just clean out inside here a little bit. Get some of the burrs out. Get some of the burrs around the edge here. That's why we use the sandpaper, is just to clean it up. Now, if you're worried, and I was worried, and then I thought about it, and I was like, I don't even know why I'm worried. If you're worried about, you know, the edge here not looking great, remember, when you polish the ferrule, it's going to clean that hangover up. But look where we're at. There's a little bit of a gap. You can see it's barely noticeable. I think with black epoxy, you know, kind of in here when you epoxy the ferrule in, it's going to cover that and it's going to be completely unnoticeable. If we look at it compared to the other ferrule, you can see this ferrule has a little bit of, right here, it's not square. It's got a little bit of an angle to it, and I think that's what we didn't account for. But, I mean, guys, all in all, this is what we did. We did it. Had a problem, thought of a solution, and this is it. So, now, you want to go through this much time for this? It's up to you. It's not hard. Just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of patience. And then now on this GT driver, we've got a legit ferrule that is going to work. It actually fits better than the other one, if I'm being honest. This was simply a test to see if we can do it. and we can. And it will work. So there you go. Experiment. I consider that a success. So leave a comment below. If you know a better way, please let me know. This worked. I will do it once more for my driver, and I will probably just, that's about it. Would I want to go through this for an entire set of irons? Probably not. I would just go with a pre-made collar ferrule. But if you got time to kill, you can do it. So until next time, make sure that you swing as hard as you can just in case you hit the ball. G2 out.